So yeah, so basically for that, uh, sometimes what we do is that is something called as dictionary attacks, or sometimes what you do is you will generate a random number and you provide that as a password. Okay, or you will convert that into some other code. We say hash code. So in that way we will be having those uh, passwords with us, like converting them into some security passwords like hash codes, which we call as hashing. So we may use that type of password so that these hackers will not attack our system. But still you can crack these hashing passwords, which we call them as which use hackers will be using as what something called as rainbow table attack. Uh, so in rainbow table attack, hacker creates a lookup table which contains some possible passwords and hashes. Then he will compare each of the hash code against the passwords. Or some or the other time he might be achieving the password. So these all, like, why we are saying about it is we are looking for the security policies. How can we go through security policies? Like if 2-3 times you are giving a wrong password, your system should stop it, or your system should provide you some other things which you have, like maybe it should ask you whether you are a robot or not, or it might be ask you some security questions, like as it is failed, then provide your phone number so that I'll send you a text. So these are the restricted things. Like 1 or 2 times your password is wrong, then it should not allow you to enter or allow you to go for some other thing, unless and until it is asking you some of mobile number, or some security questions, or it can be a captcha also. So these all the things will be there for your what do you say, uh, uh, to log into your application. So that's why what Pega suggests you is don't give weak passwords. Provide your password. Your password should be a strong one, which contains symbols, which contains one upper letter, one lower letter, or 8 characters long, or integers should be there. Okay, so it's better that you should have a good password. Okay, so which one you call it as a weak password is if you have basically we write like this, like QWERTY which is a keyboard one, right? QWERTY, right? So it's a continuous one, or we so because hacker knows it, right? How could be Pega systems can be written? So it's like something like that. Yeah, so these are the things which we there in the passwords in here. But how do you do the security policies over here? Means we have four. Basically, whenever in Pega, when we talk about this, it talks about password strength, limits on incorrect guesses, and logging levels for login attempts. So these are the things which will frequently your Pega finds the security policies. Basically, it is divided into four parts. One is password policies, captcha policies, lockout policies, and audit policies. So how do you see the policies over here in Pega? Okay, so if you go to this configure, organization security, authentication, and security policy. Okay, so security policy basically divided into four parts. What are those? Okay, password policies, captcha policies, lockout policies, and audit policies. Can you see password policies? Can you see here password policy? Minimum operator identifier is 8. Minimum operator password length is 8. Can you see characters? At least one should be there. Okay, so these all are your password policies. And you got something called as captcha policies. So you'll have captcha out here. And in the same way, you have lockout policies. Okay, so and audit policies are also there. So other policies are like your multi-factor authentication policies, using one-time password. I mean, multi-factor is this, you will be sending a message, sending a one-time OTP to your systems, mobiles or emails, to the mobile or email. Okay, so to check that, we go with this other policies, which is multi-factor authentication policy. Okay, so basically SSOs would be our multi-factor authentications. Single sign-on will take care of, I mean, we might be using that here. So password policies is what it talks about: password length, complexity, and predictability. So you can see their minimum number of, I was showing you, right? Minimum number, sorry, select enable frequently required policies. And so you can see these are all your, what do you say, password policies. Okay, so uh, these all things will be given, provided by your, means you have to write it in your, what do you say, Pega. So you have to select it. So in the same way, you can go for captcha policies also. Like, one or two times you have, one or two times you have, I mean, if your login has been failed, okay, if login has been failed, then you can select here how many times probability that captcha will be present upon authentication failure. So you have to give 100% here. So that means once the login has failed, it should give you the captcha policies. Okay, so in that way, we are giving certain security policies to our, what do you say, to our application. Okay, so for lockout policies, how much time you want to make a user to wait to again to come and do the attempts. Like for example, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You want to wait. First time it failed, so you will ask him to wait for another 5 minutes. It right. So we'll see. We can enable this. So we'll see captcha instead of using this all lockout. So to do that, what you have to do is you have to go to the configure security, login security authentication, and in this security policies, select enable frequently required policies, and then you go to down and submit. So whatever the things is there, it will be submitted. Then we'll log in, log off, and then check with the, give some wrong password. Okay, you got a captcha now. So in this captcha, you need to give a proper value and do it. Right. So yeah. So give a proper password. Okay, you gave proper password, right? Yeah.